Should I invest in a high-end microphone to ensure high-quality audio in the age of remote guesting on Zoom? Yes, you should. And here's why. I believe the question comes from a position of, if you're not going to be in the studio, should you really get all that high-end equipment? And the answer is yes, because if you don't have the option to be in the studio, you still only get one chance to make a first impression. And if you sound, truthfully, I don't even think I can make this sound horribly bad. I wish I had a plastic bag or something, but if I was going like this, I bet you can still hear me.
Now, if I was talking like this, nobody cared who I was till I put on the mask.
It's obviously distorting it, but I bet you can still hear me better than some microphones. And knowing your surroundings and knowing what's around you, I can't tell you how many times I just do this. And just by the fact of like 4 seconds of seeing the setup, people are reaching out to me. I don't know if you want that to happen for your business or be perceived that way as first class for your show, but that alone is worth getting a good microphone. Now, I'll tell you on the behind the scenes of editing it, you do not want a junk recording, because you can have a 30-minute recording and spend 3 to 5 hours trying to edit and repair the thing. And I remember something Dad always told me. He said, do it right the first time. You'll never have to go back and do it again. And it's still very true. And right now we're going to apply it to video podcasting. But the reality is, do you want to spend all the time in post, or do you want to get it right the first time and be perceived that way and show your competence and show you know what you're talking about? Or do you want to like kind of hide it? Same thing's true with photography. You know, I remember when I was modeling all the time and I was doing it full time, there were some photographers I shot with early on, and they took hundreds of pictures. And you see them in movies and TV and all these different things, and it's like, whatever the case may be. They're like, oh, wow, I'm so famous. This is so cool. They have no clue what they're doing. If you really know what you're doing, you'll spend all that time in prep, getting the lights, getting the positioning, testing out the settings on the camera, making sure it's ready to go, and you can pull it off in like 5 shots. And I've been on both sides of that, and it's a lot more fun to know what you're doing and be able to teach it than just like and hope one of them turns out. Because the reality is, if you don't know what you're doing, and for example, lighting is the biggest thing in photography, in video, and a lot of people don't realize this, but photograph translates to light recording. If you don't have enough light on your subject, it's not going to look good. Conversely, with audio, if you have a bad quality mic, doesn't matter if it's Zoom, it doesn't matter if it's live, it doesn't matter if it's pre-recorded, it doesn't matter, yada, yada, yada. People can tell. You can tell just by looking at it which one I have. You can tell by hearing at it which one I have. You can tell just through and through. So whether you have a podcast or you're looking to start one, or you do live streaming or you're looking to start one, start with what you have. I advise start with the best you can as early as you can, but don't use that as a crutch not to start. Because I did not start with this, but I did start. And I worked my tail off as fast as I could to get it to this point. And it all worked out. Because if you're thinking it's got to be perfect from day one, you're missing the point, and you probably don't even believe you can make it long term. You know, I could screw up the first 100 episodes, and where I'm going with this, I know, hey, there's still 90+% more left. I'll be okay. But if you have the opportunity to start from the best or as early as you can from like episode 1, go ahead and do it. Don't be bashful about it. I'm glad I have my story, but yeah, there's some things I would have changed early on. But I did my best every step of the way, and it has way more to do with mindset than the microphone. But coming back to, should you invest in a high-end microphone, even if it's just for guest remote interviews? Absolutely. because how you do anything is how you do everything. And I believe Abe Lincoln gave us the quote about, if I have 6 hours to chop down a tree, I'll spend 4 hours sharpening the axe. What are you doing to prepare? So if you only get 5 minutes on camera, if you get 30 seconds on camera, if it's the right audience with the right group, that's all you need. Truthfully, if you got the right setup and you're smiling, you only need about 1.5 and people will see the difference. Hope you got a lot out of that. I'll see you on the next one. Have a great day. God bless.